Hello and welcome to the world of Embris. I'm Garrett and I'm going to be your guide through this series of tutorials as to how this Discord server works. So to start us off, we're going to be looking at the welcome channel, which is at the top of our channel area here. And then looking up at the top where we have the general guide, I'm going to be looking through this with you guys and summarizing some of the main points of it. So start with, Embris is an 18 plus Living World D&D 5e server. You need to be at least 18 to play here. And then we utilize the 5th edition system for Dungeons & Dragons. We have our own homebrew world and lore, and whenever you quest with us, you are required to have a microphone. So we are what is known as a living world. This is similar to an MMO in other games, in which the world moves on around you as the DMs function and run quest lines in order to push forward whatever story they deem fit to do so. While doing so, you play in what are essentially a series of one-shots for D&D, where the party is going to be randomized based on quest counter, based on how attached your character is to a quest line, and based on many other different factors that we will get through as we go through the series. And with that, you can also explore the world, use our magic item shop to purchase items outside of quests, roleplay with other individuals within our roleplay channels, and do various other things throughout the world, both in and out of quest. So in our server, we utilize Roll20 for all character creation, maintenance, and quests. We do not use any other system such as D & Beyond. You need to use Roll20, which we'll be having guides for Roll20 within this series as our second and third video that show how to create a character within that system. So, moving down our list here, we get to server information. See, server information is where you're going to find all the documents and various things that are going to help you out within the character creation process and going through Embris in general. So this can be found in our information folder here, where you click server information. You can see our various links. Here we have our forms for our different roles in which you could take up if you wish to join our staff with Dungeon Master, Data Management, so on and so forth that we will be going through as we get deeper into this video in the Welcome channel. There's also our private suggestion form and character tracker, which you can learn a little bit more about later in the series. You can also see our websites and the various documents that come alongside stuff, such as our character creation getting started document or our code of conduct, which is our rules for Embris, which you can find in the 7th video within the series, which goes over the general rules, what happens when you break them, that sort of stuff. So hopping back over to our welcome channel, we also have the self-assigned roles channel, which is very important. This is where you can gather roles that allow you to see more channels within the world of Embris and allow people to basically know what you're about. You can have your pronouns here, and then when you grab the adventure role, that shows you are looking to play with us. You'll get the pings for the adventures, which are generally done in our announcements channel, saying different big events and things going on within the server. And then we have our tier role. So these are based on the level of the character or characters you have in play, where they go by the proficiency bonus. So tier 1 is when you have that +2 proficiency of levels 1 to 4, then 5 to 8, 9 to 12, so on and so forth. This allows us, when our DMs post a quest, they ping whatever tiers of characters they're looking at so they can get a general amount of levels that they want and tell them, hey, here's a quest for you to sign up for. So you can see here I have the tier 2 and the tier 3 role, which means I will get pinged if they are there because my 2 characters are of the level they might be hunting. We also have the various RP channel roles, which lets you see our various roleplay channels for our 10 main cities, such as Corrales, Croy, Gravitas, so on and so forth. Which once you get that, you'll get that role and can see the channels. Hopping back over to our welcome channel now, we're going to look through a brief description of each of the roles. I'm going to explain them to you so that you get that better know-how of how things work. So, our first role, of course, is the admin. They'll be up top in your list on the right. These are the individuals who maintain the server, make sure everything is running smoothly. They're the ones who are going to make those official rulings for the server whenever this fun game we play gets a little bit messy with Jeremy Crawford and the various interesting rulings he makes. But they will set up those official rulings, help manage all the other staff, and generally they're the heads of the server, which I am one of them. Next we have our confidant. This is the individual who you can reach out to should you see issues either on a quest, in someone's behavior that might go against our code of conduct, stuff that's making you uncomfortable, so on and so forth. That way they can report it to our moderator team confidentially. and help relay information in a more contact-based way. Which, if you don't feel comfortable reaching out to the confidant, you can go to our server information here and you can see the command confess, which if you do confess and then type out some content, it will send it directly to our moderators anonymously. But that is our confidant. I've lost the welcome channel. There it is. Next, we do have our moderators. These are the individuals who are making sure things are being civil. People are going to be abiding by the code of conduct of the server, generally following the rules. And generally just making sure people are here having fun, not ruining other people's fun. We're here to play Dungeons & Dragons, a tabletop game. There's no reason to make it less fun for the other individuals trying to play. Next, we have our data management with our shop and various other documents we have for looking through and performing roles outside of quests. We need people who make sure the money is being handled properly and all the resources are being expended properly. These are what our data managers do. They'll make sure all the purchases are correct and mark them off in our magic item shop. They'll make sure any activity you do is logged properly and generally keep things as well managed as possible. Next, we have our lore keepers. With the unique lore of the world of Embris, these people are in charge of managing it, helping newcomers get into the world of Embris, understand the various parts of it, help come up with ideas for your backstory should you need it, as they will help you with the backstory verification process, which, when you do this, we'll talk about this a little more in the character creation video, create a ticket and all the lore keepers can chat with you about your character's backstory, help fit it into the world of Embris, help give you ideas if you're stumped on what you want to do for a character, or where to put things in the world. And they'll also generally be helping our dungeon masters to do the same thing with their quests. Next, of course, we have the dungeon masters. These are DMs who run the quests, keep the world moving forward. They'll also run non-player characters or NPCs within roleplays, should they wish to. But generally, their job is to run some quests, give you guys some time to play some D&D. Next, we have the helpers. These individuals are in charge of helping you make your character, help guide you to understanding the world of Embris, answer any questions you have, and generally be there to help out with anything that they're needed for. So a good way to reach them, and with anything in general, is to go down to our Contact a Helper or our questions channel, which are in the public chat folder. So Contact a Helper, you just send out the message, hey, something's going wrong, how can I do this, how does this work for character creation, and one of them will get to you as soon as they're able. Then we have our questions channel where you can ask any question you have related to D&D, various parts of the server's functioning, or whatever else you might have questions for. And someone will answer as quickly as they're able. With that, hopping back up to our welcome channel, we finally have the adventurers, which are you guys and everybody else in the server who are here to play in the community, go on adventures, play a character all their own, and generally have some fun playing Dungeons & Dragons with us. But with that, that is where we are going to be leaving off this video. In the second video of this playlist, we are going to be talking about character creation, looking through this and the character creation document. And of course, throughout it, we're going to go through other such topics in the world of Embris, such as questing, how our shop and expenditures work, and we'll even have a mock battle in Roll20 to allow you guys to see how the system functions. As always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them in the questions chat or reach out to me directly. I'm Garrett10. And with that, I hope you've learned something, and I look forward to questing with you.